Good morning. Today is backpack time. I'm going to start with what I've been using. It's the JRL backpack. I've seen a backpack very similar to this, almost identical, but with a different patch on it. So I would guess and assume this is probably made by someone else. Whether JRL did anything different other than putting their patch and logo on the front, I don't know. It seems there's a lot of copies of what JRL sells up until the 2020, like the 1090, 1040, 1050, all that. You can find very similar products elsewhere. In a previous video, I posted one of those similar products, the clippers, compared to the Ion clipper, which is sold at Sally's Beauty and places like that. And it was a difference definitely in the performance. I have another backpack that I'll be doing a video on when it comes in. It's the G&B Pro. And also today, I'm going to touch on, this is from barberbackpack.com. Now, just got this one in yesterday. And compared to the JRL, I like the way this is set up better. And I'll show you all this. But in that, when I get somewhere, I can throw it on the table, open it up, and I have a station basically to work out of. The other one I've got to unpack and set up. So this is kind of a little bit of time saving. What I don't like is how easily these straps can loosen. Now maybe when it's on the back, you know, and in position, it won't be quite as bad. I don't know, but for almost $300 for a backpack, I don't really like that. We're going to put some weight in it and try it out. All right, let's do a little bit of a load out of the kit. Side pocket here, we've got sanitizer, spray bottle for water. The other side pocket's going to hold a little bit of shaved spray. That company didn't last long. I don't know what happened with that. This is a part to the ring light. Alright, so then we have two pockets. What I really like about this is the ease of the zippers. These things just really easily unzip and zip. See if I can lower this down for you a little bit. More parts to the ring light stand. The ring light itself. And the battery usually is in here. This is a USB powered ring light. But the battery's in another bag. It easily fits in here. Neck strips. A mirror. This is a box of guards for two types of clippers, wall and the JRL. This is a bag of chargers. We have a charger for the shaver, the bronze shaver, a wall magic clip. This is for JRL, and this is for a wall trimmer. Hand brush or brush, money bag. You can also put other stuff in there too, and the shaver. That empties out the back pocket, which has, you can see, a little divider pocket here and that pocket there. Okay. Moving to the front pocket. I can show you better here. So this is our front pocket. Okay, this is a cape. This is an apron. An empty bag. Over here we have a brush, you know, a neck duster, some more shave gel, a beard liner, some beard oil, a couple of straights, just in case. Little throwaway razors, some thinners, a clipper brush, another brush, comb, and that's about it for that. So move to this side. Some more scissors. Got some powder. Turn this up here for you. Easier to see. All right, we got 2 combs here. If I can get this in position. Another beard liner. And what you can't see, some business cards, beard pencil, some hair grips, and some extra blades and oil. What was that? Band-aids, stuff like that. Anything else in here? Screwdriver, kind of the catch-all pocket, more oil, a guide comb, lots of blades. Shears, magic clips, nothing in there. Another guard for the trimmers. One guard is on the trimmer. These trimmers here are the wall tattoo with a 5-star detailer blade on it. Sound kind of weak right now, but these things really work well. If you're looking for a nice hitting cordless trimmer on the cheap, just snag up one of these cordless detailer or cordless tattoos and throw an old detailer blade on there. They'll go right on there. This one obviously doesn't get used a lot. Needs a little clean up there. And that's it for the JRL backpack. So 2 main pockets. You can see this is the front pocket designed for your tools. And I guess you could, if you had a way to, you could kind of work out of this, but we're going to load up the other one and see how different it is, if it's any easier, better, what have you. For the money, this isn't a bad option. It is kind of well made. The zippers on it work really well. It's not ideal for your clippers, you know, like that. Holds in pretty well, but you know how much banging, you know, if that bangs around. So make sure you keep your covers for your teeth and everything. So let's load the other one and see what happens with that one. So let's continue on with the backpack, Barber backpack. This is kind of ironed on. That'll come off relatively easily. I did load it out a little bit. I didn't put everything in here yet, just kind of the main essentials and stuff, just because I kind of want to see how it wears, how it feels and everything before we start, you know, using it. You know, there's some things I like, some things I don't like. Like for instance, see if you can get this strap is all the way up, so you know when you put it on you're going to have to adjust it. Hopefully it stays in place. It does have pockets right here in the straps that zip up. Not sure what you'd put in there. Maybe like a hotel card if you're traveling, things like that. A little bit of change, some business cards of your own. But it is nice to kind of utilize that space that may otherwise not be used. Pocket right there. Okay. So let's get to the loadout on this thing. I haven't taken off because I haven't programmed the lock yet, but to show you the lock. So basically how this works, you line up your zippers and as you push this button here with your thumb, put the zippers in there, and that has a lock, and then you can lock it down, what have you. Unlock it. Kind of a small pocket right here. It's tight more than small. Neck strips and a case with the what's in there? Apron. All right. This does have on the outside of it a power spot for USB. So, scissors just fell out. In the back here, we have, I'm really not in this case at all. I'll show you more here in a minute. Let me close this up. Can't do anything with that one thing closed. Now this, I don't know what you'd really put back here. I put a light back here. And it has these little straps to hold stuff in. I have no idea what you would hold in there. I thought maybe a light, but this light is, this is a 10-inch light. It fits in the back pocket, but I couldn't put the stand or anything in there. So all that aggravation to see this little guy here works. Oh, good grief. Doesn't go that way. We have power and we have light. Very cool. That does work pretty well. So it's kind of neat. So you can plug into your bag. You also use it for your phone, anything like that. Anything's USB powered. All right. Well, let's continue on. So here we are inside, and what you hear flopping around is, you know, the stuff behind here. It doesn't stay in there very well. It's a mirror. So I've already lost a pair of scissors and another comb. I have nothing in here as of yet. All right. So here's some powder. Okay. Didn't put anything in here because, and that's the apron. Well, I thought it fit over here. This was tied in over here, like this one. As you can see, this is already slid out of that one. And all I did was put it on my back. These have slid out. These are down as tight as they can go. This is, you know, that's not going to be held. I can't tighten this thing down anymore. Okay, it's just all you've got. And I've tried to put this in there a couple different ways. This way, you know, this does absolutely nothing. It does nothing at all. You know, if you want to hold it in. So you think, all right, maybe it'll protect the blade. Well, no, that doesn't fit in there. You know, barely fits in there like that. We'll try to close it up here. All right, it does fit a little bit better in there like that, I agree. This is kind of annoying how this gets in the way. You got to keep pushing that back. You can't, well, no, you can't take it out. Okay. Maybe if this lays, even if that lays flat, it doesn't really do anything. Let me swap this. Good grief. All right, need to get this out of there somehow. Well, this does seem a little better this way, but this is annoying because you can't see what you're doing really with this flopping all around. Maybe, you know, that doesn't help. Anything back there doesn't really help. I can't get this one to unbuckle now, for whatever reason. Let's go over here. And that's still, it just doesn't really fit in there that well. So even if these work okay for the clippers, you know, where are we going to put those trimmers? We got the one right here, but this one's just flopping around, so, you know, we're going to get banged up. All right, I have these unplugged or undone now. You've got to hit it at the very back. It's a little more difficult to do one-handed. Okay, so there we are. We've been walking around. I mean, it would take some work to get it out of there, but it's not as secure as I would want it to be. Yeah, I thought I kind of liked the idea of having a station per se with clippers lined up, ready to go, but they're not really that well protected. I've still got to get all my guards out and set them up, whatever I'm going to use of those. And then I have to flip back and forth for the tools up here. And hopefully they made the trip, because I walked 10 feet after having them in there, having it all secured, and they fell out. So that's that. I might load it out again and do a little more testing, you know, take it on a call or something and see what happens. But as of right now, that's where we are. This is probably going to go in the closet. An okay idea, but I mean, these don't really fit anything. This is annoying as all get out. It does not protect your tools, you know, as seen here. And I had this tightened down all the way as far as it would go. You know, I just can't get it any tighter there. So I don't know. I'm gonna play with this a little bit more. This is initial reaction, initial review of the bag. You know, earlier I stated that I would hopefully like the idea of working straight from the bag, but that doesn't seem to be necessary. I mean, you know, I could throw it all in a pillowcase and have the same effect for, you know, what this is doing right now. Not even sure what you'd put over there. I guess anything you don't want to fall out, because it's, over here it's going to fall out. I don't really like how, you know, if this had some sort of way to stand up, you know, like a briefcase, it might be a little bit better. But I understand it is a backpack, so I'm not sure, you know, what you would do. This, I don't know. Initial reviews, I'm not really digging it. And the price point on this is absurdly obnoxious. Come on, $300 for something you can't use. So, let's try this out a little bit more. These aren't final thoughts yet. We'll see what happens. And we'll be back soon. So I got it loaded up. I want to try this out, see how it works. See, when I first try to sling it on my back, this thing opens up all the way. You can't put it on without having to play with that. How long is that thing going to last before it's completely worn out? All right, well, let's don't do that. Fortunately, we got a pretty good handle here. So that stuff kind of moved around a little bit. We'll see what happens. All right, so this, do some more stuff up here. It seemed to survive a couple of on and off the backs with it zipped up good. Don't really have room for everything, so put some, you know, excess stuff over here. Let's close this up real quick. All right, after using it, carrying it around for a little bit, I'm going back to the JRL backpack. The reason why this offers no clear advantages over the JRL, I thought I would be able to work out of the bag, but as you can see, one, I just don't have enough space for everything. It doesn't really hold the items in here that well. This has come out several times. It's been tightened and cinched down. I don't know how many times. The items don't fit in here well. these are really kind of pointless. This is a big aggravation. If you were able to work out of it, it's not feasible. Additionally, this is kind of, if this were able to fold down, because having to reach in here, that's not that big of a deal. But this right here is. All right. It doesn't stay out of the way. So, as mentioned, this is kind of where we have everything. And in order to go from one section to another, you pretty much have to zip everything up and go to another section, you know, like the back, what have you. The back, as shown earlier, isn't really feasible to hold much of anything necessary. So, what does this, you know, have going for it? It's a great concept. If the style, the execution can be worked on a little bit more, I think it does have potential. It's on the right track. I don't care for this. It needs a little more organization and more storage. And this main compartment, like really this all should be right here, level, ready to work.